So the aggregate revenue available for the 2020 budget, which is 8.155%, oil revenue is 32.34%, non-oil revenue for CAT in particular, the projection is the contribution will be 10.29%, for customs revenue to be 7.59%, while the contribution of revenue from the government-owned enterprises, including the top 10 government-owned enterprises, excluding NNPC, is 12.14%. There is also independent revenue, which will be contributing 10.47%. The federal government signature bonuses, as well as early renewals and renewal of oil block licenses, is expected to contribute 11.52% to the total revenue. This presentation document will be posted today in the website of the Budget Office of the Federation, because I know you can't follow all the details here, so you can interrogate the details more closely. At slide 29 is an overview of the expenditure framework in the 2020 budget proposal. The federal government plans to spend a total of 10.33 trillion. The total size of the 2020 expenditure budget is 10.33 trillion. And this includes recurrent non-debt spending of 4.88 trillion, reflecting increases in salaries and pensions, including provisions for implementation of the new national minimum wage. Capital expenditure, inclusive of transfers, government-owned enterprises, capital and project-tied loans, as well as a percentage of federal government expenditure, is 24%. We also have a provision of 2.45 trillion for debt service. Debt service represents 23.74% of the total targeted expenditure. To local contractors, increased from 169.0 billion in 2019 to 296 billion naira in the year 2020. Let me give you a quick overview of the deficit and the financing of the budget, as well as some important ratios to consider. The overall deficit in the 2020 budget is 2.175 trillion naira. And this represents 1.52% of the gross domestic product. Projected deficit is within the threshold stipulated in the Fiscal Responsibility Act, which still stands at 3% of GDP. Budget deficit is to be financed mainly by borrowing 1.649 trillion from both domestic as well as foreign sources. Domestic borrowing will be 744.99 billion, while foreign borrowing will be 850 billion. Presenting to you some of the top 12 recurrent allocations in the 2020 budget. Allocations that are shown on this slide underscore our commitment to increase investments in national security as well as in human capital development. So you will see that the recurrent expenditure budget, the largest allocation, is to the Ministry of Defense in the total sum of 778.59 billion. The next is to education at 490.2 billion, and then police affairs, again security, at 395.83 billion. Ministry of Health, 336.32 billion. Ministry of Interior, 219.49 billion. Ministry of Sports and Youth Development, 168.33 billion. There is also the others are Ministry of Petroleum Resources, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Office of the Secretary of the Government of the Federation, Federal Ministry of Agriculture at 58.67%, and Federal Ministry of Science and Technology at 49.80 billion. This is recurrent expenditure. The social investment program allocations are included in the Ministry of Humanitarian Development, Disaster Assistance, as well as Social Development. Federal Ministry of Health allocation also includes the provision of the Basic Health Care Provision Fund. UBEC is included in the capital allocations for Federal Ministry of Education. There is also the Power Sector Reform Program transfers to NBET, the electricity bulk trading company. Is included in the power sector capital. So the largest capital allocation was to the Ministry of Power, Works and Housing in the sum of 259.2 billion naira. This is followed by Ministry of Education, including UBEC, at 162.74 billion. The third is the Ministry of Power, and this includes transfers to MBET, placed at 127.67 billion naira. Ministry of Transportation at 123.07 billion. Ministry of Defense 99.87 billion. Ministry of Health 90.98 billion. Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development 79.79 billion. There is also an allocation of 78.34 billion to the Federal Ministry of Water Resources, and then to the Humanitarian Ministry, a total of 54.45 billion. Federal Ministry of Aviation has been allocated 53.85 billion, Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment 41.34 billion, and Federal Ministry of Science and Technology 37.55 billion.